So, you've got a degree in sociology, and you're maybe wondering, how do I fit into the tech world? Well, what if I told you that your skills aren't just relevant, they're becoming absolutely critical? Let's get into why your unique background is the key to one of the most important new careers out there, AI ethics. It really all boils down to this one huge question. We are relying on AI for everything, from who gets a job interview to who gets approved for a loan. But what happens when the algorithms making these life-altering decisions are built on a shaky, biased foundation? And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi problem. This is happening right now. Just look at Amazon's recruiting tool from a few years back. They trained it on a decade of their own hiring data. And because the tech industry has historically hired more men, the AI basically taught itself that male candidates were better. It got so bad it would actually penalize resumes that had the word women's in it, like captain of the women's chess club. It's a textbook and kind of scary example of how AI can just soak up and amplify our worst historical biases. And believe me, that Amazon example, that's really just the tip of the iceberg. This one problem of bias opens up a whole can of worms, all of AI's unintended consequences. It goes way beyond hiring. You've got massive privacy issues, like with the Lensa AI app that was scraping people's photos from social media without them really knowing. Then there are these accountability black holes with what we call black box systems, AIs that are so complicated, not even the people who made them can tell you exactly why it made a certain choice. And this has huge real-world impacts, right? Think about predictive policing, where biased data can end up targeting already marginalized communities. Oh, and on top of all that, there's a massive environmental footprint from all the energy it takes to train these giant models. Okay, so we've got a huge, complex, messy problem on our hands. And this, right here, is where you, the social scientist, enter the story. It turns out that your training gives you a kind of superpower in this new tech landscape. You see, in the tech world, there's often this assumption that data is just neutral, that it's a clean, objective collection of facts. But you know better. You know the truth is that data is a messy reflection of our society. It's socialized, it's politicized, and it's got layers upon layers of our built-in inequalities and power dynamics. Let's just put these two worldviews side by side. The engineering mindset might see data as objective facts and algorithms as just neutral instructions. The goal is to make it work technically. But you, with your sociological lens, you see that same data as a product of social inequality. You know that an algorithm can easily just continue those biases. And that's the whole game right there. The goal isn't just a technical fix. It's about finding the best possible outcome for society as a whole. You're not just debugging code. You're debugging society's reflection inside the code. And this unique perspective, it's not just some cool theory. It translates directly into a practical, super marketable toolkit that you can take to pretty much any tech company out there. Just look at how neatly your skills map onto AI's biggest headaches. Your understanding of power structures, that's exactly what's needed to run fairness audits on algorithms. Your skills in qualitative research, perfect for mediating those inevitable conflicts between the engineering, legal, and product teams. And your ability to think in systems, that is absolutely crucial for building the kind of governance that prevents these disasters in the first place. See, these aren't abstract ideas, these are real, in-demand jobs. So the need is crystal clear. You've got the skills. But if you go looking, the job market itself can seem, well, a little confusing. What is the actual job title for this kind of work? First things first, the demand is just exploding. We're seeing a mind-blowing 125% increase in demand for AI ethics skills. Companies are practically desperate to find people who get this stuff. But here's where it gets weird. At the exact same time, you might see headlines about big tech companies downsizing or even getting rid of their dedicated AI ethicist jobs. So what's going on here? Is the boom already over before it began? No, not at all. What's actually happening is a really smart strategic shift. Companies figured out that having a separate ethics team that just swoops in at the end of a project to say no, well, that just doesn't work. Instead, ethics is becoming an embedded, operational role. It's not an afterthought anymore. It's being woven into the fabric of the entire product lifecycle, right from the very start. And this shift has created brand new job titles like the Responsible AI Program Manager. This is the new face of AI ethics. This role is all about being a bridge, working across legal, tech, and business teams to turn big, abstract ideas about fairness into concrete actions and safeguards. So just remember this. The work isn't going away, it's getting more important and more integrated than ever. Okay, so you're on board. This is the career for you. But what's the actual path look like? How do you get from where you are now to landing one of these jobs? Here's a pretty clear roadmap for you. Start with that sociology major, but don't stop there. Sprinkle in some electives in computer science or stats. Get your hands dirty and learn a language like Python or R. After you graduate, think about a specialized master's program or even a certificate to really hone your skills. And please, get internships to get that hands-on experience. And finally, you've got to build a portfolio, case studies, research projects, anything you can show an employer, and start networking like crazy. And this isn't just an interesting job. It can be a really well-paying one, too. You can see here that entry-level roles often start in the $60,000 to $85,000 range. That jumps up pretty quick to $90,000 to $120,000 at the mid-level, and once you're a senior, you can be looking at a salary of $130,000 to $180,000 or even more. That really shows you how much these skills are valued. And get this, at the very top of the ladder, the potential is just massive. A role like a principal AI researcher or research director at a major tech company can pull in well over $350,000 a year. The industry is putting its money where its mouth is for these hybrid skills. So let's just end on this thought. Your background in understanding society, power dynamics, and human behavior, it doesn't just prepare you for the future of tech. It actually positions you to be one of its most essential architects. The real question isn't whether tech needs social scientists, it's how fast we can get them into these critical roles to help build a future that's more fair and equitable for all of us.